Okay, here with Coach Lyndsay Mashe of ETBU volleyball for our little weekly chat concerning the Tigers. Coach Mashe, coming into this week, y'all had picked up two huge road wins last week at LeTourneau and Mississippi College, and you come home and you keep that streak going with a win Tuesday night against UT Tyler. Another very exciting match, went 5 games. You're getting kind of used to that now, so that's no big deal, but some drama at the end. I mean, you edged them 16-14. Talk a little bit about that match and then the little winning streak that y'all are on right now.
Yeah, well, the match against UT Tyler was, we knew they would come in. They're fighting for a playoff spot, as we are still, and we knew that they were going to come in the gym ready since we had beat them in 5 at their place. We just, happened that we had them in game 4, I think, missed 5 serves in that match. In that game alone, and we hadn't missed serves all night. So, I just think we're still having a hard time finishing, and we've got to continue to try to make that better, because eventually those game 5s aren't going to go our way. Right. So we've talked a lot about that the last practice, and hoping to go in this weekend and make that better.
Just in doing some looking at the schedule and the results so far, you've played 9 already 5-set game matches, and you've won 6 of those. So, obviously the girls are able to rise to the occasion, right. But I'm guessing you'd probably like to see them rise to the occasion in game 3 or game 4.
Exactly. Yeah, ultimately we're wearing down our bodies by going, game 5s every time we play. And we've got to keep a couple of players that are, they're wearing down a little bit, their shoulders or knees, and if we would just get on the floor and play a complete match instead of one game and then the next game not showing up and then playing the next game, that just, tends to be what we're doing right now. We've got to make that better. You have the majority of your conference games now. The good thing is you're playing at home. You have a couple of more road games against UMHB and against UTD, but everybody else now has to come here. Is that an advantage for you think, in a race right now that's so tightly bunched in the ASC East? Is that an advantage to have more home games, you think? I think so. I feel like, not having to travel and just being in our own gym with our crowd. Even if we don't have a ton of people at the game, the ones that come they pull for us, and they pull big, and I think the girls feed off that. So I think it is an advantage.
You had, of course, going 5 games, your stats obviously get a little bit elevated. But defensively, especially the other night, you had about 4 or 5 girls who were in double-digit digs. Right. Talk a little bit about your defense and how you're pleased with those girls who are back there. Nicole obviously leads that bunch along the back line, but you've got a couple of little freshmen there that have come in and really made some contributions.
Yeah. I've said all along, I think our defense for the most part has kept us in a lot of games, and they continue to come up big. And we talked a lot yesterday and worked a lot on our blocking, because our blocking hasn't been that great the last few matches. It was doing really good at the beginning, so we talked about the urgency of that again, how we have to be a little bit more intense in blocking, because our defense is all over the place, and we could make things a little bit easier on them. But they're doing a great job back there, and they don't ever give up, and they'll dive out for anything. So
coming up this weekend, actually today, you're going to get on the bus, make that long ride down to Kerrville for the second crossover. This is the easier crossover in terms that you only have to play 3 matches this weekend instead of the 4 that you played last time. But you get Shriner on Friday night, which will probably be a tough match at their place. And then you close out with Howard Payne and Sul Ross on Saturday. Talk a little bit about what you're expecting this weekend for your girls to have to face.
Yeah, I've heard that Shriner gets a crowd similar to what we have in their gym. And so we're going to have to face, and we still have yet to face on the road a big crowd. Mississippi College and UT Tyler had, smaller crowds than what we see here. And so we're going to have to face some adversity in their gym at 7 o'clock on a Friday night. So we talked a lot about ignoring that and just how important this weekend is for us to go in here and try to sweep. So I expect Schreiner and Howard Payne to give us both very good matches. They're fighting for playoff spots still as well. So.
Okay. Well, Coach, won't keep you any longer. I know you got to get on that bus, but good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thanks.
All right.